Home of the Guaranteed Sold program, we'll buy it. If you have any questions, just give us a call at 799-9596. Or check us out online at teamlally.com.
Hey, everybody, this is Attilio, and this is the art part of the show. What is that, Adrienne?
That would be Attilio's Random Thoughts.
Okay, here we go. Here's the word for today, flipping out. You guys should do more flipping out. No, stop it. Here's the deal. The only reason why anybody flips out in any situation is the ego. The ego. Your ego is firing off, and something has been moved. Maybe even the cheese has been moved. What's the name of that book?
Who Moved My Cheese?
What were the name of the 4 characters?
Him, haw, scurry,
and sniff. So here's the gist of it. And basically, if you have any organization, family, nonprofit, for-profit, whatever, you guys should read that book. It was mentioned to us by our president, Laura, and she said we should read it as a thing. So basically, we're doing one-on-one meetings with everybody to get everybody set up for success for the new year. And then one of the requirements is you got to read the Who Moved My Cheese. And by the way, that's his second book. His first book was Who Cut the Cheese.
That is not true.
That is not true. I just totally made that up right now. You guys know how this show goes. I'm going to throw in some zingers every once in a while. Make sure you're listening. But Who Moved My Cheese? That book's been around for a long time. Also, I think he co-wrote another book or something. There's some connection to the 1 Minute Manager. These are classic books for helping you improve the culture within your business. So here's the deal. High interest rates, low inventory. It's a very challenging situation. We're in. So here's my number one tip for you sellers. Your home has to be move-in ready. It has to be. This is the market that we're in. And you know what? Anytime you're selling a home, it should be move-in ready, because if it's not move-in ready, you're going to make less money.
It's a beauty contest.
It's a beauty contest out there, folks. The interest rates are high. Buyers are being
super duper picky. Super duper picky. And so you got to pay attention to that, because they are wanting a nice home, especially for the interest rates and the prices. Here's the other challenge I see with homeowners. Their mentality or psychology regarding home prices is about 6 months behind. What does that mean, Adrienne?
So the home sellers, they're like looking at what their neighbor's home sold for,
and thinking that's what they're going to get for those.
A year ago, yep. And then the home buyers are like right where we're at, and so the challenge is, meeting somewhere in the middle.
You cannot price at what your neighbor sold their home for. I'm sorry to give you the bad news, but that is, how we run our business. We always tell people what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. And there's somebody else who does that for your investment property. He tells you what you need to hear, maybe not what you want to hear. Who's that, Adrienne?
That would be Kimhan of Hawaii Pacific Property Management.
Hey, Duke.
Yeah, so sometimes those conversations aren't what you want them to be.
No.
To be to the point, sometimes you have to exclude feelings.
Yeah, that's it.
It's really difficult. So I try to tell people when they're shopping me that 1 or 2% is not going to make that big of a difference when you look at what you get for your money.
Yeah.
And I try to reason with them, because the standard rate for property management in Honolulu is 10%.
Yeah.
That's the standard rate. There are some people that charge more. They're 12. If you do short-term rental, they're 15 to 25. Mm-hmm. There's all kinds of rates involved. But what do you get for your fee? That's what I always tell people. You may get somebody that wants to do it for 8%, and they don't do walkthroughs. We do 2 walkthroughs a year. If we allow a pet in there, we'll go through 3 times.
Yeah.
The other thing is you get a maintenance department. Somebody will answer the phone from 8 to 6 every day except Sunday. And Sundays it's 8 to 2 or 8 to 3, somewhere in there. But still, when you call, you expect somebody to answer the phone.
Yeah.
And that is just one of the cornerstones to our business, is answer our phone. So you'll get a property manager, you can call me. You can call the owner of the company, me. You can call me 24/7. I answer my phone at 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes.
Even when he's in Vegas. Even when he's in Vegas.
He's like on the poker table. He's like, excuse me.
That's right.
Hello.
Especially on the poker table.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know what? I was at your meeting. I was at your team meeting, and you started beating people with rubber hoses who don't answer their phone. It's like serious over there.
Well, I mean, it's the communication guarantee.
It's the communication
guarantee.
One of our guarantees.
Yes.
And the other one is eviction. You know,
Yeah.
right now the court system just added another month
No
to
way.
try to get somebody out.
Yeah.
So if you want to try and evict your own tenant, good luck.
Yeah.
I would say get an attorney. And you know, some people call me up and say, "Hey, can you evict my tenant for me?" I say, "No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't do other people's dirty work.
Yeah, it's
If
kind
those
of
are
like
my people that I put in,
Yeah.
yep, I'll do it."
it's
I'll
like
get
saying
them
I
out.
need brain surgery. I'm just going to do it myself. That makes no sense at all.
But then what? Like you,
Yeah, I just don't.
you refer to
Average house in Hawaii, $1 million, right? You hire a property manager because they take 2% less, but they will
Yeah.
never walk through your property. You know, I talk to people when they come to me and I say, "How many walkthroughs a year does your property manager do for 8%?"
They're like, what's
They're
the
like, "What is
rest
that?" Exactly. If you're not walking through your $1 million property, you'll do a 700,000 within 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that we've talked about this in the past, but one of my neighbors who did not have that happen ended up spending at least $40,000 to $50,000 to fix.
He sounded exactly like Homer Simpson when he did his final walkthrough.
Yeah, because the property manager was not walking through,
Yeah.
and the animals that tenant had destroyed all of his floors,
Yeah.
cabinets,
Man,
baseboards, everything.
A lot of money to repair.
Yeah,
It's really disheartening.
Yeah.
It actually hurts me when I hear people tell me stories about how much money they lost hiring the wrong property manager.
Yeah.
So interview me, ask me questions, ask me what's different about our service, ask me if it's in
Yeah.
writing, ask me, call. You know, some people call and they go, I said, "Are you interviewing other property managers?" And they said, "No, we're interviewing you." And I said, "Why not?
Yeah.
Why would you just interview one property manager?
Mm-hmm.
How would you know what the value is if you don't interview other property managers?" I just don't get it.
I'm telling you, this is how they know. They listen to our show,
And
they
look at the reviews.
and they look at the reviews, and they don't want to go through the pain.
Yeah.
So they understand, like, okay, the other people have already done the work. I trust Duke and his team. You're hired.
Or they listened to another show where like the lady left and then she was like, it was Halloween time and it was like she went to a haunted house of property management and then she came back to you. She was all sweaty and all scared. And then you took her back in and you took care of her. Very good, Duke.
Don't get me wrong. We
Yeah.
are not perfect.
No,
I will tell you if I do something wrong. I will say, "I'm sorry.
you're gonna own it.
Fix it." Yes. And I will be the first one to admit that we screwed up. If we didn't do something, we forgot to do something, or you didn't get something that we
Yeah.
promised.
Yeah.
So, if you want to look at Hawaii Pacific Property Management's website,
Yeah.
you can call me direct. My phone number is on there. They're accessible to you almost 24 hours a day.
Yeah, I know, because you said you have the service hours for people to reach you, which is 7 days a week. I know the service hours for the other
For the
guys
maintenance, though.
for maintenance.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is important because the tenants they don't need necessarily to talk to the property manager. They just want the refrigerator fixed. And you have like 4 full-time. How many full-time people just for the service department to take service calls?
That's right. And I will tell you, today's tenant does not make phone calls. They get on their text,
Mm-hmm.
email. They don't get an answer. They just text you a message,
Yeah.
and the water could be spewing out of the sink. They'll still text. They
Yeah.
don't even call. They're
Yeah.
like, "Can somebody come and help me? The water's leaking out of my toilet." So, it's the tenant today is very different than the
Yeah.
tenant just 10 years ago. So, please note that if you're not accessible as a landlord,
Yeah.
or your property manager is not accessible, you're
Costs you
in
money.
a world of trouble.
Costs you money.
It's a huge risk.
Huge risk. So don't do it.
Yep.
So thank you, Duke.
Thanks, Duke.
Thank you. All right.
right.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. So it's so easy to get a hold of any of the experts that we trust. Just go to teamlally.com. You can find them,
Yep, the resource tab.
the resource tab, and you can find them. Or if you're like, I don't like go to the internet, call us, 799-9596. Send us an email, info@teamlally.com. It will save you so much headaches and stress if you just have Duke and his team manage your property. What else, Adrienne?
Well, we do have a review to
You have a
share.
review? No way.
I'm going to summarize it because this person is
Read the
this.
first part and the last part.
Yeah, it was very, very thorough and detailed.
If you want the details, just go to our website. You can read the whole thing.
You can go to Google and
Google.
I mean, we've got over 500
No way.
reviews at a 4.9
Must be
average
doing something
rating.
right.
Yes. So
Okay.
this review is for Olivia and Team Lally.
Yeah.
Daniel Engelhardt says that they were amazing to work with during my home search and ultimate closing.
Yeah.
Olivia worked with me the entire way and built a lot of confidence and credibility throughout the process. And then I'm going to skip all of those details because there's quite a few about the whole journey.
Well,
so-
the one thing is they took care of the details.
That's right. So when I couldn't make the initial walkthrough, she was available to participate on my behalf. As mentioned, she was with me every step of the way. I'm grateful for her expertise and dedication in providing outstanding customer service to her clients, ensuring they are happy with their Hawaii Paradise purchase. I'm pleased to provide Olivia's name to anyone who is looking for a reliable realtor. Good job, Olivia.
Bottom line is, don't take our word for it that we're going to serve you at a high level. Check out our reviews. Do we screw stuff up? Yeah, we do every once in a while, but we own it. And that's the main thing.
And we learn from it.
And we learn from it. It's okay to make mistakes so long as they're
not new ones. Or
so long as they are new ones. Hello. See, you even screwed up that statement. See, but you owned it.
Yeah.
You owned it. So awesome. We have a, one of the things I want to talk to you guys about is educating you agents as well as you homeowners about your electric bill. There's a new process right now for billing. It's called time of use, TOU. It's like you with a T on the beginning, time of use. And how it works is there is a rate for your kilowatt hour. And don't get pissed off because I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't get pissed off because it's not like, I even told this to somebody earlier today and they're like, is that illegal? No. Because I'll give you the logic of it.
And it's happening already. Like
it's happening already.
I'm seeing comments and chatter
within
like different community groups where these changes have already started to occur, and people are noticing.
Well, let me tell them what the changes are.
These huge jumps in their electric bill.
Here's what it is: between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m., you have a base rate, and then between 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. at night, it's triple what the base rate, what the day rate was. And then 9 p.m. to overnight to the next morning, 9 a.m., it's double. What HECO is doing is that obviously everybody is drawing less because their solar panels are going off during the day and producing energy. And then they also have solar farms. So there's less demand on the system during the day where they can better support providing power 24/7. What happens is they're thinking like, oh, everybody will just shift their behavior. You're going to leave work and then come home and cook and clean. No, you're still going to be doing all that stuff in the evening after work, after you're all upset from sitting in traffic. You want to come home to a cool home, but your rates, your bill, your total bill is going to change. Why? Because 30% of homes in Hawaii have solar panels on them. So all those people that had $800 bills now have $80 bills. But HECO, as a public utility, is still required to provide energy to all 500,000 households on Oahu 24/7, whether the sun is out or not, or you're at home cooking or not. So the logic of it, folks, don't get pissed off, get solar, is that bill is going to be raised higher because all of that system still needs to be maintained with the cost of that being pushed out to to more of the people that don't have solar versus the ones that do.
Now, there's also an initiative for the state of Hawaii to be 100%.
One of 20 states by 2045, 100% green. So what you're going to see is a slowly migration to what they call a decentralized power generation. What that means is you're going to have the grid, everybody with batteries in your home. That's why they have a battery incentive. That battery is for you. And it is for you if the power goes out, but it's also being shared, or just that power that's being stored up in your battery, HECO's buying it or redistributing it. I'm saying that wrong. I can't even say it. I have a mental block on that. I'm so upset with these high electric rates. But here's the deal. If you give us a call, we have a solution. We're not going to hard pound you on get this thing. We're going to go over your electric bill.
Options.
We're going to connect you with our local provider, local company, not here today, gone tomorrow. So 10 years from now, when you need work on it, they're not like going back to the mainland.
Mm-mm.
These are local people in our own community. So we're going to take back control of our local energy use and help our people not get priced out of Oahu, because the second most expensive bill or expense of a home after the mortgage is what, Adrienne?
Is the electric bill.
It's the electric bill. And here's what we know too is that homes with solar, two things happen with homes with solar when you go to sell.
Well, depending on if it's leased or owned.
Never mind the
Yes.
details. It's two things are true of homes with solar. What is it?
They're
What's
worth
the exact
more.
code without it?
They're worth more.
That's it. So bottom line, so even if you're thinking like, oh, I'm not going to stay here and I'm going to sell, they sell for more and they sell faster. It is proven factual information. 30%. So folks, solar, I'm just going to tell you, you're either going to have an $800, $1,200, $1,500 electric bill, or you're going to go get solar and do it now, because as more and more people get onto solar and as the bills go up, the people without solar are going to be the ones holding the bag with the big bill.
I had solar.
Yeah.
And then I noticed like my bill kept creeping up. I'm
What?
like,
No way.
yeah. And what I had found out was that my panels were not as effective. The
Yeah.
technology was old, and I needed to add more panels, add a battery, and now I'm back to where I was before with some excellent programs.
So the
keep
point being
Yep.
is if you have existing solar from like 10, 15 years ago, the technology has changed drastically and
the
solar
panels-
panels deteriorate over time,
Mhm.
and you may not have a battery system. If you have net metering, you're a perfect candidate for the battery.
And that's what I
Upgrade.
had. It was
So,
wonderful.
yeah,
I think I got grandfathered into that.
All you got to
program.
do is give us a call, 799-9596. Send us your electric bill, info@teamlally.com. We'll put you in connection with our trusted expert regarding that. Speaking of expert information, we got information on what's going on with single-family homes, medium price, and condos. Adrienne, what is the single-family home median sale price that just came out for, what month is
This
it?
is for October 2023.
Yeah.
The median sale price for single family homes, 1.1 million.
No way.
And then the home sales was down by 4.1% year over year.
Year over year. And then what about for the
For
condos?
condos, it was 515,000.
Yeah.
And the amount of sales was down 8.3% compared to last year
Yeah. So the transaction volume is down.
on both single family and condos, mainly because the inventory is low.
Prices, but it's
Yes.
weird because inventory is down, but prices are softening because interest rates continue to creep up. These are high interest rates that we've seen in quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Now, don't flip out if it's 7-8%. In the 80s, it was like 16, 17, 18%.
And home buyers, now is your opportunity because you can negotiate, you can get creative, and you're not having to,
Credits.
you're not having to compete with a bunch of other buyers. As soon as that rate drops down,
Yeah.
the competition is going to come out.
So
Yes.
the point of what Adrienne is sharing with you is be careful what you wish for. Oh, I wish the interest rates were lower.
Then you're going to pay more and you're going to be competing.
Then the prices go up.
Yes.
And you get lots of competition. So now is the time to get out there. This is a classic case of who moved my cheese. Interest rates are now not 3%, but now they're 7 or 8. That's a classic example of who moved my cheese. There are 4 characters in that book. Hem and Haw would just complain about it and not move and do anything. And then Sniff and Scurry would just figure
Figure
out.
it out. Like,
Figure it out.
what's the workaround? What's the
workaround?
solution?
And I'll tell you right now,
Yeah.
if you're a buyer in this market, we have 10 different unique workarounds that we have come up with
Mm-hmm.
that we utilize to get our buyers into escrow that I guarantee you 90% of the agents aren't doing. And they are, I'll tell you after this break. No, I'm not going to even tell you after the break. Oh, wait,
Give us a call.
I'll tell you on the next show. No, I'm not going to tell you then either. You got to call us.
799-9596. Give us a call.
Yeah. All right. So we are going to be bringing on a guest later on, but I still want to cover a couple of things, but I'll give you a heads up. That guest is going to be talking about solar and green energy and how to take control of your energy bills. But the other thing I wanted to share with people here is for you sellers. Again, we have a 10K for upgrades program. Here's the deal. Let's say you got a $2 million home and you need $500,000 worth of remodeling.
To get a $4 million
You got a
price
$4
point.
million price point.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We got a game plan. So don't think that we're just limited to the 10K. If it makes sense to do it, we're going to do it and help you get your home ready for sale. Now, is 10K going to get you a total remodel? No. But if that's necessary, we'll go to price quotes and take a look at it, and we'll crunch the numbers. Here's the bottom line. We're never going to tell you to spend $1 if you're not going to make $1.50 back in profit.
That's right.
It's not spend $1 to make 80 cents. That makes no sense at all. Then that would be us. We would be the government. It's not about profit. It's just about inefficiency. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not.
So anyway, that would be our suggestions there. People are flipping out, but all the economic indicators, low jobless rates, different sectors and how sales volumes are, it's actually the opposite of what people are thinking. It's called economic cognitive dissonance. The economy is actually doing pretty well, but everybody's flipping out because the interest rates
are still
high, but they're not high like crazy high. They're just high compared to what they were before. Yeah. And we're so used to that. So,
but as we all know, the election's coming up soon, and
things do turn around, and interest rates do come down because they want to get reelected, or somebody makes a campaign promise. So it's usually going to be a good time. But then again, when the interest rates drop, what happens?
Then more buyers come out, and it's a feeding frenzy. So now is the time to make that move if you're thinking about buying, and then you can refinance later. We have strategies.
We can show you how to temporarily get a lower interest rate and then refinance when the rates drop to lock into that lower interest rate should that happen. So we got strategies for everything. The other thing I want to talk to people about is we are always looking for winners. Winner, chicken dinner. What does that mean, Adrienne? And where can they go?
Yep. So we're looking for someone who is humble, hungry, and smart.
Yep.
And they can go to jointeamlally.com to apply.
We have a lot of people even stay with us or even leave that say, I've never been in a culture or an atmosphere like this at your company. I really enjoyed it. It's helped me not only grow as a realtor, but as an individual person and as a significant other and a father or mother to my children. So here's what I want to share with you. If you have a corporation or a business, Adrienne and I would be happy. We have a 4-part series, 1 hour each, free. And we come in and we do some corporate training for your company.
We've even done it for Salem Studios.
We've done it for Salem, Illuminating Mortuary, Allstate Insurance. We did it for elementary school out in Kailua. Any organization, profit, no profit. We did it for Habilitat. Is that we will come into your organization. If you're already going to have a meeting or some kind of end of the year thing or beginning of the year thing or some kind of hey, let's work on our goals for the new year, we'd be happy to come in and teach this class. One of the modules I'll give you a heads up on is how to be more effective in your follow-up and time management. Another module is what does the ideal team player look like for any top producing company? And then another module we do is where we do kind of an assessment of the leadership. If you're brave and come in and survey your staff to find out what they need from you that they may not be getting and or what they appreciate that they're getting from you that's helping them succeed. And how much do we charge for these 4 modules?
It's free.
It's free. It's free. And I'm going to call it the stranger effect, Adrienne. What is the stranger effect?
So that means that we'll come in and, be saying pretty much similar things that you've been telling your team.
Or that they heard on a podcast, read in a book.
But because they don't know us, they're going to listen and think it's brilliant and they'll be taking notes.
I'll give you an example. Yes. You tell your kids, hey, do this and do that. And you need to do that. And they're like, nah, what do you know? You're just my mom and dad. And then they watch some TikTok video that says the exact same thing. And they're like, oh, that totally makes sense. It's from the Bible, folks. You can never be a prophet in your own village. So we call it the stranger effect. Let's go stranger effect on your people. Help you start off with the new year with a new culture or maybe just a re-energization. Taking a look at things, focusing on our strengths and emphasizing them and figuring out what our weaknesses are and working on those. That's it. All right.
Okay, so we are going to take a break.
Yeah.
And when we come back, we'll be talking with Ryno Irwin. We'll discuss the unique aspects of their residential solar business, so stay tuned.
Yes.
Come my lady, come my lady.
Taking one cash offer for your home doesn't have to be your only option. I'm Barbara Corcoran, and especially in today's current market, having a local real estate agent who offers great marketing and options that are customized to fit your needs is smart. In Honolulu, the agents I trust are Adrienne, Lally, and Attilio. They can give you a guarantee to sell your home, flexible fees, or up to $10,000 in cash to help with repairs. Get the option that's right for you. Go to teamlally.com.
Hey, you know, there are all kinds of opinions out there where the real estate market is going and what to do about higher interest rates. Hey, your friend Sean Hannity here. And as a real estate investor myself, I want to tell you that I would go for the best advice on the local market. I'm talking about Adrienne Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu. Now, getting expert local advice from someone who actually lives right here and has worked in real estate for years means you will have the best information to make the right decision for you. So even if you're thinking, well, should I sell now? Should I wait? Well, you can start by getting an accurate value on your home. Just go to the website, enter your address, and you'll have your home's value in a matter of seconds. It's just that simple, that easy, and you'll probably find that your home is worth more than you thought. Now, that piece of information alone is going to open up multiple options for you. Call Team Lally now at 799-9596 or online at teamlally.com. That's teamlally.com.
If you're looking for an outstanding insurance agent that will personally help you during the moment of truth, we recommend Bradley Maruyama with Allstate Insurance.
So, Attilio, what do you mean by the moment of truth?
Well, the best insurance is the insurance you never have to use, but we know that's not how life works. So when life happens, you can count on Bradley and his team to exceed your expectations for your insurance needs.
Keep in mind that when buying a home, the cost of home insurance should be taken into consideration. I trust Bradley with my own personal home, so you should give him a call. Call Bradley with Allstate Insurance at 591-8016. Welcome back, and thanks for listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. I'm Adrienne.
And I'm Attilio.
And if you have any questions, just give us a call at 799-9596 or check us out online at teamlally.com.
Today's guest moved to Maui when he was 7 and remained on the island until high school. After a stint on the mainland, he returned to Maui for college.
18 years ago, he made the move to Oahu for a career in construction, where he met his wife during his house blessing. He embarked on his entrepreneurial journey in 2006 by establishing a construction business in Makaha. Please welcome today's guest, Ryno Irwin.
Hey, Ryno.
Aloha.
Aloha. Hey, welcome. So, the first thing that we want to get into is... tell us a little bit more about your background in construction, where maybe some bigger name companies that people would recognize that you've been involved with.
Absolutely. So I actually started while I was in college doing some reset work, which means you're just changing the products that are on shelves and building displays.
Yeah.
And then once I moved to Oahu, I started a company called Hawaii Retail Services, where we would do the build-outs for chain retail stores that were coming into the Hawaii market, like Home Depot, Lowe's, Ross Dress for Less, Starbucks, and CVS, which is Long's Drugs.
Awesome. So you've been working with some major corporations with what you do, and then what made you guys get into the HVAC business?
Yeah, so it was kind of the right time at the right place scenario. After we completed the build-outs, those same companies asked us to continue to maintain the stores ongoing for them. And so we had contracts, or we obtained contracts to manage their facilities front to back, top to bottom. The challenge that we had was getting reliable vendors to show up and get us quotes and keep our customers happy.
Yeah, you guys learned it.
So you have all this these services for like the commercial side. Now you guys also provide some residential services.
Yes.
Let's talk about that, because I know a lot of our listeners own homes, and they could use some of those services.
That's correct. So we build out our own skilled forces and obtain licenses in air conditioning, garage doors, electrical, and plumbing. So we provide garage door services. We provide air conditioning, and we also provide solar for residentials.
Yeah.
You guys have a bit of a unique story, I think, all around. And I just want to point out to our listeners that we met Ryno and his wife, Ducky, through the initial connection was through the PSI seminars. And like they had been attending the same training as one of our team members. So we're very grateful.
And you guys have gone through all the leadership levels of training that are in PSI. So the message I want to send out to you, the people right now, is that we're like, we really highly business people incorporated this into our business as success training and our culture development for our companies. So I know it's your like crazy cousin who keeps mentioning PSI, but we're going to be that other one that says, yeah, you need to go.
Yes, and then also that Ryno and our teams, we operate in the same way where we send our team members to the PSI Basic.
Invest in them.
And then Ryno, what do you do for your team members? Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can't say enough how much it's helped my wife Becky and I. Just the term that they use, if you're not growing, you're decaying, and it's so true. You always want to continue to keep the mind sharp and continue learning forever a student.
Yeah.
So I support it so much that we offer all of our team members to be able to go through that PSI basic courses, that 3-day transformational experiential seminar that I think you guys know all too well how much it can change the trajectory of your life in the right direction.
It's allowed personal change, and also it's been in Hawaii for over 50 years. That's got to say something in itself, been in Hawaii for over 50 years. But transitioning now into
let's talk about the other thing that that they do for the community.
Oh yeah, with Ducky and the nonprofit. Talk about what your wife's doing with that nonprofit vocational school.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we put our roots down in Makaha. My wife is a Makaha girl. And what we really started to look at, internally is, how can we be more helpful for our community? How can we make not just a difference today, but a generational shift and change for the better for our community? And so we started a nonprofit called the Makaha Learning Center, which is focused on trade development for our Native Hawaiians and youth. Primarily on the leeward coast, but our programs have now reached out all the way to Molokai as well. Nice. And so it's focused on certifications in the trades, general constructions, and we have a renewable energy certification course as well.
Yeah.
Now, I know we've had Youth Challenge on as a guest before, and I think that your Makaha Learning Center has some kind of a partnership
or connection
with the kids that want to learn a trade while they're going through that program.
Connection. Yeah, tell us about that connection.
Yeah, so we did a class. It was about last year, and I think it included 15 to 20 Youth Challenge kids, and we were so proud because we got every single one of those kids through the certification program, which they didn't think we could do, but we were able to be successful with it.
Yeah, that's important because they are our future, the youth, and I like the fact that you guys are local business people with local ties and not only making money in the community, which is nothing wrong with that, but you're also supporting it with this nonprofit and getting these kids gainfully employed, right? And part of the island that's challenging.
And you kept your operations on that side. So let's talk about that. Why do you remain there?
Why do you keep it over there?
Yes.
Well, it all started with a humble 500 square foot office at the old Cornets building, which is kind of an icon for the Makaha community.
Yeah.
And we've grown over the years, to our office space and our warehouse to a 26,000 square foot facility.
Yeah.
And people continually ask us, why are you out here? Why do you continue to keep your operations out here? Why don't you move it, into Kapolei or somewhere that's more convenient for everybody else?
Yeah.
And our answer to that is we really have become a player in the community. We're the third largest private employer on the leeward coast, and we just feel it's our duty now to continue to be able to provide job opportunities out in the leeward coast locally for our community.
Awesome. That's about giving back. So, here's what we always say: if you're going to be in business with people, or support them or recommend them, take a look at who the people are and what they're doing. And so that's awesome that you guys are doing it. All right, so let's get into the nitty gritty here. People are going to be like, you remember what was that movie Inside Out, where they had all the different characters with different emotions, human emotions? So with the new electric bill, we're going to see people being the angry emotion with the flames coming out of their head and the steam shooting out of their ears.
I mean, I'm seeing stuff like people talking about it on Facebook, on Nextdoor. They're noticing these big jumps in their electric bills.
Because you just drive down the street at the time of the month when the electric bills come in, and all you're going to hear is like, when they get the electric bill open. That's literally what you're going to hear from the street. So talk about what is this time of use?
The time of use is what the utility HECO is rolling out right now. It's the biggest rate change, from my understanding, that they've had in a century.
Yeah.
And the way that it works is they are trying to get our our residents to shift the way they use energy by incentivizing them with lower rates during the day, and then
when they're at work,
starting. Exactly, right.
Call it what it is.
Yeah, and then from 5 to 9, the rates go up by multiplications. So it's right now the rates we're talking about 59 cents per kilowatt hour after 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. and then 9 to 5, it'll be about 40 cents a kilowatt hour, and then during that daytime window, like when you mentioned people are mostly at work, not at home using energy, it's going to be somewhere in the mid 20 cents per kilowatt hour rate.
Gotcha. So, and explain to people the logic of that, because I explain that to people, and you know what? Some people are like, "Is that illegal?" I'm like, "No, and
it's happening.
It's happening.
Yes.
It's not illegal because it's first of all, folks, it's a public utility. They don't make changes till they go before a board and it's approved. They're not just willy-nilly doing stuff. So there's proposals, research, data, right? It's not like, hey, I think on Monday we should raise the rates. No. They did the research and they got to offset it. That's exactly what they sound like when they're talking about it. Hey, you think we should raise the rate? Yeah, I think we should. No, that's not the process that it's going through. Why are the rates going up?
So the rates are going up is because, as a state, we have aggressive goals to reach 100% renewable energy by 2045.
Yeah.
And the way that the utility and a lot of the state support has, targeted that is by building these large solar farms that are generating megawatt hours of energy during the day when the sun is out.
Yep.
However, so that gives us an excess of renewable energy, but we still need lots of energy at night. So, battery systems have come into play on a large scale, but what they're, trying to do is monetarily incentivizing us to use more energy in the day and less at night. But that's not really what's, in my opinion, realistic for our lives.
Well, the other thing too, 30% of the homes on Oahu have solar, so that leaves the 70% holding the bill, and it's not like you're forced to hold it because you have a choice. You can go get solar.
Yes.
And
there's been, I think,
come home and do your dinner and wash your laundry in the daytime.
But like with the solar programs, I think that there's been a little bit of stigma that
there's scams, that you got these kids.
And they're here today, gone tomorrow.
And they're not even from here, but they know how to say auntie and uncle. Hey, uncle, you get solar. And you're like, nah, and then because here's the stories that people hear, and it sticks around. Negative stories will stick around forever, multi-generational. Good news, everybody's quiet, crickets chirping. So that's the challenge, is that people thinking that solar is a scam, and you see it on all the social media commercials. The government is paying for your solar. It's baloney. That's just marketing to get you to call in. They are somewhat offsetting it. Tell them about the federal tax credit. I think till 2032 is how much?
It's 30% federal tax credit.
Woo! No limit, right? So if I have a $2 million solar system, I'm going to get a $600,000 tax credit. Now again, people think,
not that much.
I don't know, doctors. Even if it was $30,000 on $100,000, they're thinking, I don't have $30,000 in taxes. My understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, it carries forward up to 5 years.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
I did my homework.
So, like on that note, Ryno,
Yeah.
I know that you've been in the solar industry for over 10 years.
Yeah.
And a trusted resource. Now,
Yes.
there's something new that your company has brought to the market to help with affordability.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about that platform.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So when COVID hit, we all have our COVID story, right? We were doing a lot of commercial solar, but we transitioned our focus into residential.
Yeah.
And what really, I dived in head first, but really want to make sure I understood every single aspect about the industry. And what really bothered me about it was not only do we have a lot of outsiders coming in from the mainland to sell solar aggressively to our residents, but they're not solar professionals. They're salespeople, and they don't know how to properly size the system, which is so important because that's where the value is really gained. And so we wanted to make solar more inclusive for our community and have our community benefit financially from this energy transition, not just from the electric bill savings, but by helping other homeowners go solar. And so we were introduced to a platform on the mainland called Powur, and it's a fulfillment platform and a referral platform. So my wife and I, Ducky, made it our mission for a year to convince Powur to partner with us to come to Hawaii and offer this platform solution to our residents here.
And the local flavor? What's the local flavor of it?
It's called Go Local Powur. Yes,
Local Powur
is the Hawaii version of the platform, Go Local Powur. When that's power with a U, and what we say is the difference is you and the power.
Yeah.
And the way that it works is we get the access to the best equipment at the best prices and the best financing options at the best rates by leveraging the whole entire platform that's being utilized across the country.
Yeah.
So for once, we get better than mainland pricing even here in Hawaii utilizing the platform.
Yeah.
That's the one. Usually everything's more expensive in Hawaii.
You watch the Domino's commercial. $10 large pepperoni pizza. Come get it right now. Except Hawaii and Alaska.
Yes, exactly. So this is, it's an online platform. It's a disruptor, and it gives us access to that equipment, at the best prices. And then what I love about it is it makes this industry inclusive for everybody. And the way that it works is when you enroll on the platform, you do some training, about 6 to 8 hours. I know a guy that just finished his. How was that, Attilio?
I did it. That's why in case I'm on Jeopardy and I'm going to go 300 for green energy.
You'll know.
What are the grids of the United States? No. No, go ahead.
Yeah, so yeah,
my humor stunned you. It's so stunning, my humor. Keep going.
So yeah, and then once you get that certification, you become what they call Tier 1 certified. And as a Tier 1 certified agent on the platform, you can refer other people you can submit their bill onto the platform to have a free analysis and savings report completed, and it will be reviewed and designed by a solar professional. Yeah. And then it will be presented to whoever you referred, a client, a homeowner. And when they go through the savings analysis, I call it the solar IQ test. It's a very simple process. You simply you can see, do you want to continue to stay with your utility and like a bad landlord and rent your power from the utility and pay 15% rent increases on average per year over the last 15 years, or do you want to take control of your energy costs and inflation-proof your energy costs and go solar?
I've seen this test. I've seen this IQ test. One of the questions, they show you 2 videos. The first video is the guy getting his electric bill without solar, and you see the homeowner open up the envelope, and he goes, And then they show you the second video, the guy with the solar, and he opens up his electric bill, and he goes, which homeowner would you like to be?
I would say if you want to be a Chihu homeowner, send us a copy of your electric bill to info@teamrally.com and We'll get you a quote.
You know, because parents right now, they're like, this electric bill is too high. We're going to have to put up one of their kids for adoption. Keep the kids. Let us review your electric bill. That is the only thing we ask you.
Save the children.
Save the keiki. Let us review your electric bill. Because I tell you, this is not joking around. When bills come due that time of the month,
yeah.
I'm not talking about the time of the month for the ladies, but I'm talking about the time of the month for every household. When the bills come due, it is proven that the stress levels in that household and the way we communicate each other just change negatively. Yeah. And even that other time of the month too, but that has nothing to do with the bills, but that's another show. But anyway, so get control of your energy costs. That's all we're telling you.
That's right. And that is the second highest cost of running a household in Hawaii, the electricity cost. Yeah. You know, after the mortgage. So that absolutely send them their bill to Team Lally and let us do a free evaluation and see if solar makes sense. Even if you thought you couldn't afford it before or you couldn't qualify, again, this platform provides us a lot of different options that we can help homeowners start saving money from day one.
So a lot of new options are available because of this new platform. I know I heard Ryno talk about this. He kind of compares it to like Amazon.
Yeah.
Like the Amazon of solar.
The Amazon of solar.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means. That sounds good though.
Yes.
It means buying power. Yeah.
The buying power, taxi and Uber, right? And we're not necessarily all hailing a taxi anymore.
Yeah.
We just simply call up our ride, and that's the way this works. We have customized solutions for our homeowners and are able to leverage that buying power to get the best prices, best options. And so it's a great way for our homeowners to get in and start saving money even when they thought they couldn't before.
Go ahead, Adrienne.
And I just want to also point out that we are doing a little bit of a info session on Saturday with Ryno and Ducky.
Ryno and Ducky, so easy on the west side is the best side because it's Saturday. What time?
November 11th from 4:30 to 6:30.
4:30. Wait, let me put some west side on that. From 4:30 to 6:30, and we are located at the Keller Williams office over there between Doroku and the Crab Shack. So if you're going to get sushi, you got shoyu all over your fingers, or maybe at the Crab Shack and you got those buttery fingers. We have diaper wipe when you come in, and then you come get educated. You know what? You're an agent. Ryno and I have talked about this. You know, we have a code of ethics that we're held to. We're held to a higher standard than the guys with we buy houses with the sign on the telephone pole. We have a higher standard, and I think it's our ethical responsibility to circle back. You realtors will talk to your clients and help educate them about some opportunities regarding their electric bills. They're going to go through the roof. Help people not get priced out of. And you know, when you come from contribution to circle back with your clients, they're more likely to refer business to you or want to stay in business with you or use you the next time they need to buy or sell real estate. So this is for realtors. For realtors, even if you're not a realtor, you can still come check it out. This program,
but especially you realtors,
because at the end of this session, again, November 11th, 4:30 to 6:30, at our Keller Williams office between the Roku
and the Crab Shack,
over there by Julie Z's, if you like Filipino food. But it's over there in Kapolei. And what's going to happen is you're going to go through Ryno. You and Ducky are going to go through a presentation about solar. And then Adrienne and I, you know, we operate at a high level with our real estate business. So we'll do a little mini mastermind after that on how you can incorporate what we just taught you into getting more buyers and sellers for your business. Because if our industry was Game of Thrones, folks, winter is coming.
That's right.
And we want to bring you in from the cold.
And Attilio and Adrienne, I love real world examples. And so let's make an incentive for your real estate visitors that are going to attend or in the community that comes to this event.
Yeah.
If they bring an electric bill that's over $250, we're going to give them a $50 gift card.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, it's it's one $50 gift card. I use $49 of it, and I'm going to give you you can get a $50 gift card.
$50 gift card to show up with an electric bill that's over $250.
I think there's going to be a lot of screaming at this meeting when they walk in with the electric bill and get the $50 gift card. What do you think?
Yeah.
And Ryno, you were saying something else before we wrap it up?
Yeah, just to qualify, it's over $250. There has to be it has to be a home that's with it for the owner, right? So they don't have to be the homeowner that brings it, but it has to be representing the homeowner for that deal.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. You know, I have a new tagline that I am adopting for myself personally. It's 2 sentences. That's it. Let's go. That's it. Let's go. So, you know, like,
let's go, Local Powur.
You know, like Harry Kojima. Yeah. I'm dating myself because most people don't know. Harry Kojima. I don't know. Is he still alive? Harry, call us if you're still alive. We'd like to interview you. But he used to do a show called Let's Go Fishing every weekend. He did, what do you like, fishing or not? He'd be like fishing, and then he like, you know, he pull out the fish and he put them out on a grill, and then he get the hot peanut oil and put them on. It's like, woo, that bagazona. But the show is called Let's Go Fishing. So in memory of Harry Kojima from Let's Go Fishing, my new thing is, that's it. Let's go.
I think we should say let's go solar.
Let's go solar.
Yeah. Go Local Powur, and you go local, we grow local.
That's it. And so it's about time for us to take back our energy costs. Hello, folks. I forgot what I saw, but Hawaii is geographically the most distant place from any other landmass on the planet. So we are on our own. We got to go back to our Hawaiian roots before Costco and jet airplanes. And we got to go green because Hawaiians was green 3,000 years ago. So we're circling back to our roots, and Hawaiian or not, it's about a mindset, not about a blood quantum. Do I get the blood quantum because I live Hawaiian homes? I feel very grateful. You know what happens when you ring my doorbell, Adrienne? What does it say?
It says, Tihu.
Oh, that would be a good one. No, maybe I should change it. No, you know what? When you ring my doorbell, it goes, Hawaiian. But anyway, Ryno, thank you so much for being on the show. Local company, giving back to our community in Makaha, helping people with get control of their energy. Go green. Mm-hmm. Go green.
Right.
Go Local Powur.
Go Local Powur. Thank you, Ryno.
Thanks,
okay.
Ryno.
Aloha. All right, folks, if you go to our website, it's teamlally.com/Go Local Powur. Go Local Powur. And by the way, power is spelled
Powur.
Because we put in the U back into control of your power.
So before the show ends, I do want to give a quick little shout out to our sponsors for this year's Thanksgiving pie party and pie buy. So we have a fun little video. Check out our social media.
Check it out. It's hilarious.
It is. So it's on YouTube, Instagram. I just have a little pieing on our TikTok.
Yeah.
So much fun. But we have Kilauea Pest Control, Allstate Insurance, Loan Depot, Zero Res, Pac-Rim, and Hawaii Unified.
Thank you for the pies. All right.
Rock. All right. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to listening, and thank you to our sponsors.
Jordan and Derek of Pacific Rim Mortgage.
Bradley of Allstate Insurance.
Kenji of Pillow Pest Inspections.
John with Kilauea Pest Control.
The man, the myth, Hawaii Pacific Property Management.
Robinson of Fine Line Paintwork.
Jake with Skyda Construction, Roofing and Solar.
Scott with Zero Res Hawaii.
Anthony with the Estate Planning Group.
Jason Wu, Attorney at Law.
Jeff with the Loan Depot.
Ryno, Hawaii Unified.
Penny with Badfish Carpentry.
Janice of Dream House Drafting.
If you want to get a hold of any of our sponsors, just go to teamlally.com.
We also want to give a big thank you to Leah Rodriguez, our producer here in the studio. Make sure to tune in next week. We'll have an awesome guest talking about something that'll change your life.
Forever! This is the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the guaranteed
sold program. If we can't sell your home at the agreed upon price in a time frame, we'll have it bought for cash.
Thanks and aloha!
The preceding program was sponsored by Team Lally.